Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And in this quick lesson, I'm just going to get into basically just, everybody, just keeping in mind that everybody's different, and I'm going to get into the aspect of even with growing wise, because it's something, I was talking to my Ak about, my brother, my actual brother, blood brother, I'll say that. And, cause it was at a point in time, I remember, that was some time ago though, how, we'll go into, we'll do breakdowns, right? We'll study breakdowns for like within a given week, and we'll come to each other and we'll basically break it down to each other, see what we gotten from it, And one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that, okay, so notice that me and him both like that, we learn differently, whether he learns faster or I learn faster, or it'll be a certain things I'll be able to pick up more that he doesn't pick up as much, or it'll be certain things he pick up more that I don't pick up as much. And this is all given within, like a week period, studying. Hell, it'll be sometimes, like it'll be sometimes where like, one would actually study more than the other, but yet, it still didn't get as much. I'll just give an example. Well, for me example, because I remember one time, I forgot what breakdown we went into, but it was one that we was going into, and I remember I was actually, I was getting into it. All right, I was like, okay, I was like, Lord, allow me to, get into it more, use more of my time of, doing that. And he was like more on the busy side that week, so he didn't really get into it like he wanted to. But yet he still was able to pick up like a lot, like within like a day or two, I think. I picked up a lot, don't get me wrong, like, more than he did, of course, but like the fact that he was able to pick up so much with only a day or two, I don't know, it was mind blowing to me, because it's not the same like that for me. Like I need more time to get into, breakdowns and stuff. Like I couldn't do it just in a day or two, because, it really just goes to show like, everybody is different. Everybody got their measure. And even then, everybody increases at a certain speed too, whenever the Lord sees fit. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this scripture real quick. I don't want to be babbling too long, pretty much. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 6. It says, I have planted, Apollos watereth, but Yahweh Bashem Shah gave the increase. So then, verse 7, so then neither is it he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High. All right, Yahweh Bashem Shah that giveth the increase. So the Lord is the one that increases you. It's not really you yourself. That's why brothers are able to get certain things quicker, and some will be slower. Like I gave the example for me, if I'm going into breakdowns, it'll take me longer to get than if I was to go into something else. That's just me personally. And another brother, that could be completely opposite. He'll get the breakdowns like pretty much like that. That's the best thing for him. It'll take him less time to get it. Like he'll get it quicker, but something else might take longer, because we all got our strengths and weaknesses, and the Lord increases us in the way He sees fit. So if you're not growing, you're always going to feel this way anyway. If you're not growing like you feel like you should, because the Lord wants you at a certain 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 level at that time. Matter of fact, personal testimony, right? Quick personal testimony, Salaki. Uh, I remember when I first joined GMS. You know, it was me and a couple other brothers that I first came in the truth with, right? And basically, I was about to lose my mind. Over doing GMS. Like, oh man, I'm not like this. I'm not like that. I'm not. Really, I'm just so focused on what I'm where I'm not at. I'm not where I want to be. Right? I don't know this. I don't know that. I'll give or take. Of course, I've gotten better over time, and I've learned majority of the things that I was lacking in. Still, there's things. Of course, I'm still lacking in stuff, but just saying. But at that time, man, I was losing it. Basically, I was like, man, I was praying to the Lord about it. First, I fasted and everything, and the answer that the Lord gave me, it was crazy. It was crazy. I seen it like literally on a sign at a store. I was pulling up to like, a little food spot. Well, no, not a food spot. Gas station. I was pulling up to a gas station. And I was like, man, and I, like in the midst of thinking about that, the sign said, "You're exactly where I want you to be. You're exactly where I want you to be." I was like, oh shit. I mean, the Lord wanted me to be on this level at that time. So, because we all, like I did literally my previous lessons, if I'm not mistaken, how we all strive for mastery, to be the best that we can. Right, that's why we continue to grow. Right, that's why you're never going to be where you want to be at. But the Lord got you at a certain level because He wants you at that certain level at that given time for His purpose, for whatever reason He sees fit for you. There's a reason why you may not have a woman. Hell, there's a reason why you even do have a woman. You learn. You can learn from both. You can learn from having a woman as well as learn from not having one. Right? So, but just the point I'm trying to make is that, like, man, everybody's different. What was that? You can even read that in Romans. Having gifts differing one from another. Like we all got our own gifts. Hell, like I said, we all learn differently too, right? Our learning is not the same. Some are able to pick up things faster than others. Some, it don't take them that long to get stuff. But at the same time, that's why they're busy. Their lives are so busy too. So the time they do get to study, they're going to be able to pick up on it quick. The Lord allows them to. Wherefore, someone that's not able to pick up stuff as fast, they'll have more time on their hands to go into whatever they're trying to go into. Just getting the point that, man, the Lord ultimately, like, if you're growing, the Lord is making you grow. Right now, I'm not saying that you're just going to be sitting here and doing nothing and then you grow. No, the Lord's going to put the Spirit on you to do certain things. Right? And then with Him putting the Spirit on you to, do certain things, you're going to be able to comprehend it, to whatever level the Lord wants you to comprehend it at. Right? Because you could go to, a breakdown or you could watch a lesson and you could get some things, right? But right now you might not get as much, but you might do it later on when you've grown more. You're gonna be able to pick up a lot more, maybe. It's just, it just depends. It also goes into also even with our individual lives, man. It's just like keeping in mind, the biggest thing you have to keep in mind, everybody is different. Every single brother is different. Don't get me wrong, you got brothers that are similar to one another, but they're both completely different. This brother is Malak and this brother is, Kabash. They're two different brothers, right? But they both have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shalom. They're able to teach, right? Having gifts different from one another, right? So, like, as far as like learning wise, you're not going to be able to learn depending on according to whatever measure the Lord gave you, because the Lord gave us a measure, right? You're not going to be able to learn at the same speed as another brother, right? Hell, you might learn faster than certain brothers at certain areas. Just keeping in mind that, like, bro, it's like it's all up to the Lord how fast you get anything, right? There's times where I go into something, I'm just not getting it really. And there's other times when I go into certain things, man, I've never gotten it so fast in my life. But it's the Lord that did that, for his purpose, because he wants you at a certain level at a certain time, right? So let me go ahead and get this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. This is Sirach chapter 37, verse 27. It says, my son, prove thy soul in thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not unto that. Just going into how everybody's different, right? Some brothers can't drink as much. Some brothers really don't need to be drinking, right? Some brothers do not need to have a woman, right? Some brothers, don't need to have so much time on their hands. Some brothers do need more time on their hands. It's everything is like, it's just like, man, I'm trying to stress upon you, through the power of spirit, man, we're just different. All of us are different, bro. Right? We all different, but yet the same. Because we all got the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. And I'm talking about the ones that serving the Lord, specifically GMS and the affiliates specifically. He's preaching 100% truth. Them are the ones that have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, right? Not everybody, right? And just saying that, like, it's really amazing to me, how, like, how different we all are. Like, with the fact, you shouldn't do this because this is sin. This is sinning. This is coveting after a brother. That, like, the fact you even comparing yourself to another brother, man, I want to be like that brother. You're not supposed to do that, right? You coveting after a brother, wondering what he got, right? Instead of being thankful for what you got, right? We all want to be that brother that knows the breakdowns, that can go into words, that know the Hebrew, man. The top-notch Hebrew Israelite, right? We all want to be that, right? If it was up to me, I would know all these things like the back of my hand, but it's not. The Lord gave me a measure, and he gave you sincere brothers, and you few sincere sisters a measure, right? Just like everybody's not gonna be able to teach, right? Everybody's not gonna be able to teach, right? Everybody's not gonna know the breakdowns like the back of their hands. Now, don't get me wrong. You're supposed to be learning the breakdowns. Don't get me wrong. Like, you're supposed to be learning them. But I'm just saying that, like, some breakdowns is gonna take you longer to get, and some of them you'll get just like that. Hell yeah. Some brothers that might be a weak area for them. Some brothers that might be a strong suit. Some brothers might be weaker in the Hebrew. Some stronger in that one. Vice versa. Every brother's different. And then on top of that, every brother learns at different speeds, depending on what it is. Right? You might be able to get the Hebrew product kind of quicker, right? You might be able to get it quicker. You give a little bit of time to it. Oh, I'm getting it. But the breakdowns is not the same. And vice versa, right? Or if you go into history, right? You might be able to get the more of the history parts of the Bible better. The lands and whatnot. You might be able to get that pretty good, but you might get something else. Like, you might not be able to get something else this fast, right? Which really just shows how the Lord gave us all, different measures, bro. And the Lord increases you within that. So that's why it's important. That's why Scripture says, you have need of patience, which is, it goes into suffering. We have need of these sufferings because the Lord's building us up to the point he wants to fully to be. But where we at right now is where he wants us to be, right? So if you're not growing, with you not growing at the speed that you want to, right? You're not being at the level that you think you should be. Remember that the Lord got you exactly where he wants you to be right now. Right now, of course, you pray to the Lord and you fast if you need to for growth. Because sometimes, hey, that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to fast. and pray, and the Lord increases you. Right? Sometimes that's what the Lord wants. But other times it's just like, man, it's just like, he's like, as you grow more in the truth, you begin to understand these things more. They're like, all right, so okay, you even see it with them brothers when they preach, like, okay, this brother's pretty strong in this area. You can tell. But you can also tell whether, what they're kind of weak in too. Or whether it might not be the best in. Right? As we grow more in the truth. Right? But when you first come in, you think brothers just good at everything. Right? All Michael Jordans out here. That's what you thinking when you're on the other side, because I thought that way. But once if the Lord allows you to, once you cross over, you realize that, like, oh, okay. We got Scotty over here. We got Dennis Rodman over here. Oh, yeah, and we do got the Michael Jordan over here. You realize that, like, okay, this is a team type of thing, man. All members, matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that, man, because, that's what I'm thinking about. It's like, yeah. Because I know it's in Romans. I lied. It's not in Romans. I thought it was. Okay. It's like I thought it was in Romans. It's not even in Romans. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. And damn. Dang. This is good. Salaki. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 4, which is literally what I've been going through since. Now, there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, right? What I just got done saying earlier. How every brother is different, but the same. All right, we all got the same. We all got a piece of Yahweh Shem Shah in us, but we all different, right? According to what He's given us. Verse 5, it says, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord, right? Different gifts, right? Remember, read, it says, and there are diversity of operations, but it is the same power which worketh all in all, right? So we have different gifts. We learned, we all grow differently. Hell, we all came in at different times, right? But it all came from Yahweh Shem Shah, right? So with things you're able to get quick, the Lord allows you to be able to get them things quick. But as well as whatever's take you longer to get, the Lord allows you to allows that. That's why you got your strengths and your weaknesses. And this is one thing I remember that stuck with me, like, to this day. The elder Ariala said in our camp, basically, just enhancing your strengths and, basically working on your weaknesses, right? Like, but don't be so, like, hell bent on your weaknesses that your strengths are no longer strengths no more, because your weakness is somebody else's strength and your strength is somebody else's weaknesses. Now, I'm not saying don't work on your weaknesses. Definitely work on your weaknesses, but make sure you're enhancing them strengths, because it's your strength for a reason, aka your gift. All right. I'm probably gonna skip down. I'm jumping out verse 8. It says, for to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another word of knowledge by the same Spirit, right? So some brothers, you're able to some brothers, you can tell that they got more wisdom than others, right? Not saying that we all don't got wisdom. I mean, all the brothers don't got wisdom or a certain amount, but you can tell some brothers got more wisdom than others, more experience than others, with using wisdom. You notice that, right? They be giving you some good ass advice, just operating in life, right? He says, what else? To another, the word of knowledge by the same Spirit. Some brothers are very knowledgeable in the scriptures, right? He says, to another, faith by the same Spirit. Yeah, hey, brothers, faith. Some things that brother go through, and you see that, they kept believing on the Lord, and the Lord gets them out of it. It boosts your faith, right? To another, the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, herbs. Some brothers are very good in herbs, right? To another, the working of miracles. To another, prophecy. To another, discerning of spirits. To another, diverse kinds of tongues. To another, the interpretation of tongues, right? So, these are just, gifts that the Lord has given to each and every one of us. And some of these are strengths and some of these are weaknesses, right? Even if it was just one gift that you have of it, you better be maximizing that, right? Say for you're able to get herbs easily. You get herbs easily. Hell, you get into it. That's a gift from the Lord. But you may not be the most knowledgeable, but you know something, right? I mean, of course you'll work on that, but man, you gonna make sure you're good at them herbs because that's your strength. Everybody, bro, it's just like, just everybody's different. And the Lord got you exactly where he wants you to be, right? Yahweh Shem Shai got you exactly where he wants you to be at this given moment right now. Whether if you're low in the spirit right now or you're high in the spirit, but if you're still serving the Lord, you're exactly where you need to be right now. And then the Lord's just gonna watch the Lord work through time, right? Through time. And I'm not really getting it, honestly, until now, right? When I was about like 2 or 3 years ago, I wasn't thinking the way I'm thinking now, right? I didn't have this understanding that I have now. But through the suffering, letting patience have her perfect work, right? Through them sufferings that I've been going through, all the way up until now, it's like, you understand that, like, bro, like every brother, like, this is one of the things that I've learned. There's many things I've learned, but it's just one that I'm sharing amongst y'all through the power of Spirit Yahweh Shem Shai, that, man, just like the thing that I learned is like, that I really just came to a realization like recently, like, man, like how different, but, same we are. And, like, it's, we are one body. Right. And then it's like with the learning, just me, like with the learning thing, like, okay, brother learns at different speeds, depending on what it is. I might be able to mess around. I might be able to get Hebrew better than another brother. And the brother might be able to get breakdowns better than me. Which is, now it doesn't mean, oh man, it's a competition. Nah, it ain't no competition. It's a team thing. Right? If that brother lacking in Hebrew, I'm able to help him more. Hell, we might be on the highways and byways. He might want me to get a word. Since I know the Hebrew, I'm able, to kind of read it more better. Right? Go into it better. Well, for it feels like a breakdown of something, brother, I might mess around, be preaching, and he'll probably know the breakdown better than than I do. And he'll basically, elaborate on it even better than I would, Not saying that I can't, but he'll be able to add on to it better than, I would. Just goes into enhancing your strengths, man. Just enhancing your strengths, man. Realizing that, like, bro, you're different. We are all different. Whatever you're good at, bro. Whatever you're good at, bro. Work on that. Work on enhancing that. And whatever you weak in, just get better at it. That's all you can do. Just try to get better at it to the best of your ability. But guess what? It's a weakness for a reason. It's your weakness. So you're not going to be the best at it. Right? It's going to take you more time to get it. It's going to take you more, diving into to get it. Right? And it's not an easy thing to do, because all of that requires time. And don't let you not have time. If you ain't got time, I mean, of course you're going to have time, but like, brothers working, we got jobs, Yeah, job might mess around. Oh, you ain't working that. You doing 12s this week. Okay, you're not gonna be able to dive into what you want to dive into like you want to, or at least not every day. Maybe one of the days. Maybe when you're on your off days, but that's about it. Mainly, you'll be too tired. You might be able to get lessons out. You know, you make way for the Lord, of course, but you know, just saying through the Spirit. I'm gonna get the last verse. This last verse, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 11 says, "But all these worketh that one and the selfsame Spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will." Right? So whatever the Lord sees best for you, that's what you're gonna get. Whatever He wants from you, that's what you're gonna get. If you're able to upload lessons on a day-to-day basis, guess what? You're gonna be good at that. If you're able to learn the Hebrew pretty easily and able to teach it others, you're gonna be good at that. You're gonna be able to get that quicker, right? Hell, if you're good at making lessons, you're gonna be able to come up with lessons, on the fly. Moving in the Spirit, preparing your lessons, stuff like that. Everybody got their gifts, right? So whatever your gift is, that's gonna be something you're able to get pretty more easily, right? And you might not find out right away, but as time goes on, and you be like, oh, okay, I'm actually pretty good at this. Hell, brothers might tell you, oh yeah, you really good at this, man. You know the right thing to say, whatever it may be. Right? So whatever you excel at, man, continue to excel at it. And whatever you lacking in, just continue to work on it. That's all you can really do. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was, edified. And, that the point got across there, man, just realizing that we're all different, right? We are all different. We have the same spirit. We have a spirit of Yahweh Bashion Shah on us, right? Talking to the ones that serving the Lord. Again, but understanding that like things that you might not get as fast, it's okay. All you can do is work on it and just get better at it. But whatever you do get, be good at it. Be good at it. Even if it's something as simple as putting the smiles on brothers' faces and changing their mood, man, that's a great thing. Being charitable, right? That's above having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The fact that you're charitable. Paul went to say, I have all faith, all knowledge, but if I'm not charitable, I'm nothing. A great ass gift that the Lord can give you. Don't think a gift is too small. But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I mean it all by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yasharallah.